So a bit of basic colour theory first. We're going to start off with our three primary colours, which are our colours that mix up all the other colours when we're using pigment in art. So I'll start off with, so we've got yellow, red, and blue. The three primary colours. So I'm going to annotate. Now these colours mix up the three secondary colours, which are made from mixing two of these together to create a new colour. So first of all, we will take red and go very lightly. And then take our yellow and go over the top, which creates orange. So that one there. So we're going to try and blend our blue into our red. So with the colour pencils, I'm lightly starting with the darker shade first. And then I blend in with the lighter shade over the top to create purple there, or violet. So the last one is green, which will be made between yellow and blue. So the darker shade is blue. Yellow on the top, which has created green. So I'm going to label them. Secondary. Okay, so after that we have something called tertiary colours. Tertiary colours are mixed up of three other colours. So secondary 2, primary 1 colour on its own. So what I'm going to do here is mix up one of these secondary colours with a primary colour again. So let's see, I'll go for this one first. So I'll make up another orange. Use the lighter shade first. Go over the top with yellow to make an orange. And then I'm going to pick the third colour that I haven't already used yet. So in this case, it would be blue. So if I want to double check this to make that, I could take the opposite on the colour wheel. So that is your complementary colour. So complementary colours either look good next to each other or they mix to create a type of brown. So I add my blue over the top. And I'm going to have a bluey brown there. Okay, so I'm going to do my purple there. So bit of blue, bit of red, so that's purple. The opposite of purple is yellow. So you can start to see that we're just mixing these three colours again, but in different orders, so we get different varieties of brown. So my green, opposite of green, red, so you can see I've just got three different shades of brown, which are our tertiary colours. So next we're going to try blending and shading with the pencils and a few quick tests. So first thing we want to do is just to try out the pressure on our pencils to see if we can create different shades through just pure pressure alone. So pick any colour, one of the darker ones. So I'm going to try going as dark as I can. See the colour that comes up. Then I'm going to try going less heavy. So I've released the pressure, and then I'm going to try going super light with my pressure. The reason to try this is because when we're blending with pencils, we need to be able to blend very lightly before we commit to the darker, heavier shades, so that we can blend different layers through to each other. Okay, so heavy, medium, light. So I'm going to try blending through some colour families together now. So colour families are like colours that are close to each other in the colour wheel. So like these here, from red to yellow, would be a colour family, and they would also be classed as analogous colours or harmonious, so analogous. So I'm going to pick out a red, quite a dark one actually. I'm going to pick out almost this magenta, a red, orange and a yellow, and I'm going to blend them through together. So first off, I'm going to start with my darker shade and quite heavily on here. And then I'm going to start to ease up the pressure. Not going so heavily. I'm also, to note, can you see I'm going round in circles? I'm almost scumbling and I'm going over things again and again. So I'm doing that until I can fade out very lightly. So I'm really just tickling the page at this point. If you're heavy-handed, you could always change to holding your pencil like that. What you really want to avoid though is doing this so that you see the lines. Okay, now I'm going to go over the top with the red, back into the purple that I've done there. So going quite heavily here with pressure. Now starting to ease up the pressure. Fading out to nothing. I might go over and even things up if necessary. Right, the orange, I can go back over that at the top there, into here. Now it's going to start to poke through because it's lighter than the red. Coming over here, fading out, releasing the pressure. And then the yellow last. So I'm going to go back over where the orange was and where some of the red was. And the yellow being lighter will blend out some of the colours. It's almost like the lighter colours act as a blending stick. Until I've got my colour families in a nice clear blend from dark to light.